Alright, we back. It's part 2 and shit. Wave report.
The panel's still here.
Still here. We're gonna take it a little deeper, man. We was talking about like minority-owned businesses and whatnot, right? And starting up. Like, how do you garner support from the people around you, or do you even need them? Or should you just go outside of your community?
I think you should go outside of your community because many times the people closest to you, closest to us, they're envious of you. A lot of times they don't want to see you succeed. But as my man Tony said, they'll pull up as soon as you get famous or as soon as you got some notoriety. Now they feel entitled as well. I say that a lot. So strangers will support you quicker than your friends will. That's my take.
Well, what's some pitfalls like people should watch out for? Like, I know a lot of people want to start a new business. That's like a thing now, be an entrepreneur. Like, what's some things that people should probably watch out for when they're trying to go into a venture like that?
Watch out for the. Watch out for the people that stick around, but not really around.
So they kind of just shout
That kind of, hey, what's up? I ain't heard from you in a minute. How you doing? Watch out for them keep in touch type. I'm just keeping in touch. You know, like, why you just keeping in touch? I just had a show.
They might feel
I just had this, like, why you ain't do that though? Why you ain't pop up then? You know what I'm saying? Watch out for them keep in touch type.
When you say like, what's the pitch?
Yeah, like what are some things to watch out for? Like, it don't even matter.
A lot of times I think a lot of businesses fail because people don't do their due diligence and stuff. They don't really pay attention to like the success rate of certain things.
Right.
I understand you follow your dreams, but also you gotta have a sense of reality too. Like, hey, this is a tough business. Like restaurants, that's a very tough business to get into. Like, what I'm trying to do is my job. They offer profit sharing stock, all this stuff. I can get out of there with 2.5 if I invest everything right. I'm sitting on 40. I've been 5 years. So I'm trying to invest, but I'm trying to franchise like Chick-fil-A, 10 grand, right? But you also have to be there. You have to be a GM that's there. But also what it comes down to is if the Chick-fil-A is that cheap, but you understand there's other people trying to do that too. So you might not get selected at that. So okay, you can't rely on that. You gotta talk to people. The biggest thing for me is you always have to talk to somebody that's in that realm, that's in that business. People just assume, oh, that's all you gotta do, and then that's it. You gotta do your due diligence on anything that you do. Whether you meeting somebody, whether you buying a car, anything, you have to do your due diligence. But people just assume, okay, I can just do this and I'll be good. And then to piggyback off you talking about your friends, they're not really your friends. Anytime this man have anything and he need my support, I'm gonna support him. Because that's my brother.
Right.
That man, them people don't really have your best interests at heart.
It's just leeches.
If he won $1 million and he be like, man, I'm gonna go to the, nah, man, that's your money. That's your money. You invest that and do something. When you get big and you got money, hey, you wanna look out for me, hey, that's your prerogative. But you always gotta have somebody's best interest at hand. But you gotta do your due diligence on business.
Now I got a question about this though. Like, what if you played a prominent role in somebody getting to a certain place, right? And they don't necessarily owe you anything, but at the same time, is it right or wrong for them to overlook you?
I can piggyback off that too.
I don't think it's a right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion. If you spend your time and energy to help the next man reach a certain level, but you ain't look out for yourself, ain't no right or wrong. You just stupid.
You just fuck yourself.
You just stupid.
I'm gonna tell you a story a long time ago. My daddy ain't never bought me nothing, ever in life, as far as Christmas, birthdays, and none of that. You know what he told me? I said, hey man, what you want for Christmas? Oh, you can get me this. This when I turn 18, whatever, got a little job, a little money. Oh, you can get me this if you want to. I'm like, what you gonna get me? Now, let me tell you something. You never do anything with the intention of getting something in return.
Exactly.
You trying to help somebody? You try to help somebody. Period. Let that shit go.
Yes.
Period.
That shit gonna come back. Trust me. That shit will come back. You do good to people, that shit gonna come back. It might not be 1 year, it might not be 5 years, but trust me, it's gonna come back.
Believe in karma?
Hell yeah. Look, when my ex, I don't want to get into detail on that, but look, 9 years, I'm talking about the first couple years, I'm in 1 foot in the street, 1 foot out trying to do good. I'm hanging out, I'm in the club, I'm drinking, I'm doing this, I'm out this block party, shoot out this, getting shot at, all this shit. And it's like, I'm talking to this chick, da da da, what's up? But shit, at the end of the day, when I ain't have a job, I got an accident, license suspended, I got motherfuckers trying to kill me, she got my back at the end of the day. So that karma do come. I'm doing all this dirt, and that shit came back on me. It took like 3 or 4 years, but that shit took that shit come back. That's why I always tell my homeboys, they be like, yo man, this shit ain't working out. You gotta be upfront, you gotta communicate with your partner. If that shit ain't working, you gotta let them know.
For the ladies, like what are some businesses you would say that females try to start and they don't understand it's a tough thing to break into?
Can we go back to the part where the things that you have to look out for?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Because one of the things, and again, this will go with what you were just asking.
Okay.
One of the things is that a lot of people are very unprofessional. So when you get into the realm of like, oh, I want to be a business owner, are you professional? Like, the worst thing is you get on a phone call and you want to make an inquiry like, oh, how much is your product? And they say, DM me. Why do I have to DM you about how much your product is?
Right.
If you're saying, I'm giving this, I'm showing this to you, I want it. You go into the store, they don't ever say, oh, come to the register to know how much this costs. The price tag is right there. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're doing something that's like customized but if it's like, oh, you doing lashes or you doing hair, that's the business that most women want to go into. Oh, I want to sell hair, or I want to do nails, something that's going to attract women, or I want to do the thing to make your stomach smaller. You know, stuff like that. That's what most women go into. And it's just like, I am not going to do anything for you or spend my money for you, I should say, on your product if you're unprofessional.
I would also say, I'm going to jump back to the pitfalls question. The biggest pitfall I see, in addition to lack of professionalism, is trash marketing. A lot of times people think that, hey, yo, I got something new. You want to buy it? Yo, I got something new. You want to buy it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, only horny dudes and terrible women self-esteem do that. Like, it's like, yo,
Were you about to say white people?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, only dudes would be like, yo, I got dick, you want it? They're like, nobody does that. Nobody. Like, only dudes do that. Like, no, what I'm saying is if you have a product, and you want to actually sell it, you have to dress it up. You have to make it appealing. Like, being honest, like if you saw Beyonce butt naked on the middle of the street, bummy, like trashy, you wouldn't have the same value you see in her as opposed to when you see her
up there.
No, but chill out. I'm just saying, I'm not talking about the woman herself. I'm saying she presents herself with a certain class. She presents herself with a certain mystique. There's a certain mystique about Beyonce, so on and so on. You never, and, you know what I mean, even dudes who super horny about it, you can never go online and be like, yo, I just want to see, let me Google Beyonce's ass. Like, you're not going to see a full thing. It's still a mystique. And it's still a dress up to it. Women who want to dance to the music, it's cool if Beyonce just dropped all music, but then she got videos. Yeah. That's also marketing the product itself. So a lot of times what people do is like, yo, I got this product, right? And I'm going to do the exact same thing.
Don't ever do that again. Yeah. I'm glad you said that.
Product, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go hit my man. I'm gonna be like, yo, I got something coming on the 13th. I want you to buy it. 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 I'm gonna put it up online and I'm gonna be like, yo, y'all buy this. Yeah, you're probably gonna get about maybe a 10% success rate on that. But if you actually go about it, so you know what? I'm gonna take time. I'm gonna get some professional photos done. I'm gonna actually try to find a way that's different than. Okay, if it's lashes, I'm gonna take a picture of the lashes and I'm gonna do like a video where it's just like the girl turns. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna,
Better eyes.
Stop! I'm gonna do something to dress it up. So like if it's just merchandise or it's a shirt, I'm gonna put my men on my guys in there. But then at the same time, I'm gonna email people. I'm gonna inbox people. I'm gonna go to them before they have to come to me. Hey, I have something available. Do you want to try this out? I'll be more than willing.
So you going door to door instead?
Why not?
You should. If it's your brand,
At the end of the day, when Walmart was just Walton's, they had a vision of, yo, one day we'll have Walmart. So the only way that they can do that is they opened up and they literally put flyers on everybody's doors. That's exactly how Walton's got their big start. Is they opened up a little shop and they went door to door and said, hey, come to our store, come to our place. And it is what it is today. A lot of times people just scared to put the muscle in, or just
That's
too
true.
lazy,
Effort. You can't have
too lazy
that.
to put the effort
Of
behind it.
what Joe's saying, another pitfall that I see with people starting businesses is people expect immediate success. And I think that's amplified by the society we live in with the instant gratification. You know how long it takes, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's music or whatever the case, you know how long it takes to maintain success? Most of the time when you open a business the first year, you're gonna lose money. 2, 3 years, you're gonna lose money. 2 or 3 years.
You gotta lose them at the game.
And people don't have the endurance to wait that long to see something turn. Most of the time they give up within the first 2 or 3 years.
gotta work the other job.
Go ahead.
I want to piggyback on that and also go back to what he was saying. People like, damn, that immediate gratification was deep. People, when a person starts a business, because I have my own detailing business back in 2011, 12. In my first year, I didn't understand, like, damn, I have to put money away for mechanical problems with my truck. Or, damn, I got to put money away to keep my supplies coming in. Damn, I got to keep money aside for marketing. And a lot of people, another reason why their business don't succeed is they first year, if they do make money, they don't really make money. They just not dividing the money up properly. There we go. To where it should be going to. Like if you're doing lashes, obviously you need whatever the hell thing y'all put on lashes. A lot of people they probably not read up on that.
You need the lashes, you need to
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like that, in the word re-up, it's like the real estate. You got to constantly keep re-up, and then once you realize, that's when I didn't really start seeing good money to my 3rd year.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh shit, I'm paying my bills now.
Yeah.
I don't put money away for this, put money away for that. Like, nah, like.
Did it take most of that time for you to get into a routine to kind of, figure all that out?
Ooh, I think it was like because I have receipt books. So like at the end of every season, like of course like hurricane season, a lot of people not really paying to get their they are, but they're not paying to get their cars washed like that. People want their cars to shine when the sun out.
Right.
When it's constantly sunny, and that's when people want their cars washed. So like when it was like rainy season, that's the time I really like do my books. And I'd be looking like, damn, I made this much money, but in my business account it say X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm spending it here or I'm spending it there. Instead of like, it was one particular time where I ran out of washing wax everything. And I was just like, damn, how am I out of washing wax? And I ain't had no money. It's like, damn, now I gotta put that's what I learned. Then when my truck broke down, it's like, damn, I gotta fix my truck. I didn't put money, think about the miles I'm constantly putting on my truck and trailer with this business here. So it was really just a whole lot of trial and error. So people can watch other people's success all they want, but you real deal, just when you in that, whatever it is you're doing, you just gotta trust your path. Cause your path is your path. Like you gonna learn it your way.
Yeah.
And it's gonna work for you, and that's what's gonna make your business separate from her business, and his business gonna be different from his. Cause you just following your own path.
You have to trust in your business model.
Yeah.
So if your business model is, okay, here's the product I provide, and I'm going to stick behind that, and it's going to be successful.
Right.
There was a guy who made a app. It's called Snake. It's like it was based off the traditional game.
Like the Nokia phone?
Huh?
Like the Nokia phone?
Yeah. Okay. So he made the very first Snake for the iPhone. There was like 6 levels. But what he did was he said, you know what? I'm gonna ask Apple if people want to pay an extra 99 cents, I'll give them more levels. So literally, his entire business model was, I'm gonna sell the app for free, and I'm gonna say, yo, you pay me $1, I'll give you more levels on it. Literally, there is no app you can get that does not have in-app purchases, and he was the first one to do that. So his business model has completely changed the entire industry. So when he first put that out, now he's looking dumb. He's like, why would I pay an extra 99 cents? Now you got parents who, if you did let your kid download Fortnite, they probably gonna buy the new season when you gotta pay the extra in-app fee or whatever it is. So a lot of times now people.
Hey, you just fucked me up because they charge on Battlefield and all that shit for the new.
Everything.
But if you think about the entire industry changed literally on somebody's boldness. A lot of times all it takes is you to believe more in your product than what everybody else thinks.
It's a complicated world.
But you have to be
But see, and that's why
you
people
have to be willing to be the one to take the lead.
And that's why people shouldn't be looking at, like, women shouldn't look at other women like, oh, she doing lashes. This girl doing lashes, this girl doing lashes. I'm not gonna do lashes. Why not? Shit, you go to Walmart and you go to the bread aisle. How many different breads you see? You go to the detergent aisle. How many different detergents you see?
Look at it. Look at anything.
Right.
Drugs is the only place, and it's not even true there, where you can say, all right, here's my goal, here's my vision. I'm gonna make money immediately.
True.
Nobody can make money. Like, it's called fast money,
Yeah.
but literally,
It's not. It's like that no money.
You always got to read.
You always got to read.
you
Always
literally have to still have a business model in everything you do. Don't sell drugs. It's quick, but it bites you. Don't do it.
He was talking about pharmaceutical drugs.
No, I'm talking about weed, cocaine.
Oh my God.
Sell cocaine.
He don't want to hear me though.
It's lucrative. Sell cocaine.
That goes back to you doing your due diligence.
If you like that, sell it.
And the lane and the avenue that you're trying. that you're trying.
Where am I?
Yeah, it's okay. Like he said, you're gonna have your own plan, but you have to talk to people that's been in that same situation.
Oh yeah.
Because you might, like he said, I'm pretty sure he probably went over there to Stanford at in California. He probably went to the tech world. He probably talked to people and was like, well, damn, they're doing it like this. This is my plan. Yes, you have to follow your plan, but you have to talk to people who have been in that same walk of life, that same situation. And then you get your information from that person, and whatever you do from your homework, and then you do from that. I talked to 3 people who own businesses. I talked to somebody who owned 13 Sonics. They in a different business. They told me the pitfalls, the downfalls, stuff like that. You gotta invest a lot of time. And to piggyback off of when y'all talk about people, the instant gratification, like you said, that people, me and him always talk about that. This world, it's not a bad thing to work a 9 to 5. It's not a bad thing to work for somebody. That's your steady income. But if you have a dream, if you have a goal that you want to attain, do that. But also, don't be stupid. You have to live in the reality of your own life. At the end of the day, you can talk about, oh yeah, this person's doing this. At the end of the day, you gotta live your own life. You gotta live your own reality. That's not your reality. So many people get caught up in social media and looking at, oh, this person doing this, I should be doing this, I could be doing this. But you don't know what that person had to do to get to that point. Y'all just see that instant gratification. You have to work.
You also have to realize that there is a difference between, and this is going to touch on something you said earlier, there is a difference between a friendship and a business partnership.
Right? Facts.
If you see a friendship, so Jermaine Dupri had a friendship with the brand. Puffy had a friendship with Biggie. He also had a friendship with Bow Wow. He also had a friendship with some members of the Locks. That friendship turned into a business relationship. In that business relationship, both of the second examples I gave you, it went very sour. Because when money's involved, numbers never can work out.
No.
Never.
I don't know if I agree with that one.
Numbers can't work out if
Or
you
maybe you
think
just don't have enough examples.
Numbers don't work out
Exactly.
if you think that my friendship means that one person can be the most business-minded person in the room. It still needs to be equal. If I'm signing a contract with you and I'm saying, bro, we're gonna grind together and we're gonna do everything, and here's in clear terms what's happening. You know you're getting a certain percentage. I know I'm taking a certain percentage. If that's what's happening, we're clear. You can never have a beef with me. But if everything is based off of the friendship, hey bro, sign this paper real quick. Just we gotta get it out the way. And then years down the line, now you realize what I did to you was I was saying, yo, I'm gonna take 80% off of everything, you'll take 20%.
Yeah,
And then the minute that you recognize it, now you have a problem with me. I took advantage of our friendship to build something better on the business. That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
So
Makes sense.
people like Bow Wow, people like Lox, they got mad at the latter half because, yo, you didn't tell me this is what you was doing with the money. You didn't tell me you were taking a larger percentage. But I also wasn't educated. You gotta take accountability. They also didn't educate themselves or take the time to educate themselves because it's my boy. He's looking out like if he wins, yo, if I win, we win. No, if I win, we win because I got something on paperwork that says we'll win together.
Yeah.
So if you're in business with somebody, I don't want $1 from you until we have something on paper that says we're winning together when that time comes.
One of the biggest pitfalls is listening to other people tell you that you can't do it. Because you have our families, all of us here are from the millennial era, it's like 35 and down. Our parents before us and our grandparents, they lived a conventional life. So they went to work and they, were lucky enough to have a retirement. Not all of them, because some of them still work in different places, but they work somewhere for 30, 40 years and they retire. Most of us won't be able to do that. And we're more mobile. We're more mobile. You're a rare case, but we're more mobile. So we work different jobs, and a lot of us do things on the side for extra income. But we'll try to sometime during our lifetime. But if you listen to people who aren't doing anything, or people who I talked about this today that lack ambition, and they tell you you can't do this or you shouldn't do this or that's stupid, that's because they're projecting their insecurities on you. So before you even get to detailing or before you even get to doing music, a lot of us don't make it that far because we listen to people around us who never tried to do anything different in life tell us that you can't do this and you'll never be successful. But the crazy thing is a lot of successful people had the same story. They had people, what's the girl who played on Empire? Remember she had the speech? She was like, I moved to Cali. She's like, I moved to Cali and nobody believed me. She's like, I ain't had no money. A lot of us will go through the same thing. But that's an example. That's one of the many examples you can look at and be like, I can do it too.
You have to have effort, but you also have to have a plan in place.
Yeah.
You
Can't just jump out there.
You get the hardest working person in the room can just keep running against the wall as hard as ever if they don't have direction. You still gotta have direction. Bumper cars are the only things in life that can go places with no direction. You can't really, it's built to crash. Like that makes it fun. Business is not supposed to work that way. Crashing in business isn't actually ever a good thing. You wanna have a plan. Set a plan and then put effort to get to the goal that you set.
One of the investors that when I talked to, he owned like 13 songs, Panama City here. He told me the biggest thing, he said, when he went into the restaurant business, he said, which a lot of people don't understand this, is you never should move off money. You should always move off something that's something that you truly desire. Like y'all love music at the end of the day. So you're not gonna move off money. You're gonna be strategic in what you do. You're not gonna be a puppet. You're not gonna be like, I'm gonna compromise myself for the money.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people want instant gratification and say, oh, look at this money I got.
Yeah.
But do you really love it? Because if you do something for money, 9 times out of 10 you hate it. You hate it. You hate it. And you'll be out of it quick. You're not gonna invest that much time. But if it's something that you love, you always gonna invest that time.
So let's say if we were building the perfect model to start a business, I'm gonna go around the room with it. Just choose one thing that you would encourage somebody to do if they would start a business. We can start with you.
Say the question again.
So if we were building like the perfect model for somebody who wants to start a business, and you can only give them one piece of advice, what would it be?
Like Rich was saying, you have to be passionate about what you're doing. So if there's no passion or desire for it, then that's not what you should be doing.
That's his wife.
Jenny?
Do your research. I mean, look around the graphic, where you're trying to build your business. Make sure that you know like what's coming in that area. Like I would just make sure that I'm making sure that I know, is money coming in that area? Like is there money, is people making money where they're building their business, or is many business crashing in that area?
I would say patience, just like everything comes with time. Just putting 100% effort into whatever you do.
Because a lot of people, like you said, like to half-ass put out something and think that it's going to be an instant success, and it's like you got to put in work. So you're going to put in work, then you're nothing out of it. So.
Make sure your product, whatever it is serving your customers, serving people.
Good quality.
If I had to say anything as far as, it's kind of piggybacking, but whatever you do, make sure you actually enjoy it. Because if you don't enjoy it, then it's not going to really, I don't think it's going to last long term, because you're kind of going to, it's kind of going to die off a little bit once you start kind of feeling the emotions with your actual product.
I would say plan in advance for everything. At least go a year down the line at the minimum. Try to plan for anything that's coming your way. Try to expect certain things to go wrong so you can't be prepared when something comes out of nowhere.
I would say be original. No matter what field you go in, do something that makes you stand out amongst the other people. Joanna, what advice would you give anyone, especially a woman, about not losing herself or her identity in marriage?
I think the advice that I would give is never fall in love with the potential of a relationship, because I fell in love with somebody who talked a good game, and I stayed in that relationship because of that talk that was, said, whatever. But no action was ever shown. So I tell people, I'm the type of person that I don't put forth a whole bunch of effort unless I know for sure that that person is really serious. Like I said, it all goes back to what I said before, as far as like dating. I'm not the type of person that like dating, because when people go on dates, they tend to say everything that's positive about them, and they're never really real about the negative aspects of their personality, characteristics, or whatever. So I'm the type of person that I'd rather be friends with you. I'd rather get to know you. Let's hang out. I want to know your true character. And then, if everything goes from there, then we do it. If we're not, then we're still friends. But that's the advice that I would give, is never fall in love with potential. Always fall in love with action. That's it.
I'm 26. I am looking for a man of God, someone that is loyal, someone that's going to be supportive, someone that can just love me, be funny. I am stubborn, so you got to put up with that part. I like to be right all the time. And I love kids, so you have to want kids. So if you don't want kids, I don't want you. So don't look my way, don't come for me. I don't want you if you don't want kids. And that's it.
Negatives.
I said I'm stubborn, hard-headed. Let's see. I have an attitude problem. Let's see. That's it.
All right, so my name is Kenneth. I'm 30. I'm a virgin. I like video games. I'm not really down for the play, so.
You just said you like video games.
We can chill. It's different. It's different times. I love kids. I don't have any yet, but I'd like to have some within the next 2 to 3 years. I'm looking for a woman that's driven, somebody who knows what they want. I'm tired of women saying they want one thing and making it seem good and they really want something else. Other than that, I'm just a chill individual. That's it for me.
What's up, y'all? I'm Batman. I got a whole of Justice League that I take care of. I got 4 kids. I love Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. I can't get out of it. I'm 32 years old, still watching. I'm waiting on the movie right now. Did you get your tickets? I hope we kick Broadly's ass. I love Jesus. I'm imperfect, and I know my flaws. I have a lot of them, but I'm a very peaceful man, and if I could have somebody to match that peace or add to that peace and not take away from it, I think that'll be a good situation. I'm all about good vibes. If you got drama, I don't want nothing to do with you really. If you have a crazy logic of thinking, I don't want nothing to do with you really. If I gotta change you, for you to have peace about being around me, I don't really want nothing to do with you. Everybody should have their own convictions and thought process about what they want in their atmosphere. So, I'm Batman. I'm just trying to save the world and have somebody I can go home to at some point.
My name is Esther. I am 24 years old. Some qualities about me are that I'm very goofy and I'm real down to earth. I'm pretty sure anybody who's ever been around me just feels comfortable around me just because that's how I am. I'm not materialistic, but you will spend a lot of money on food with me because I like to eat. I am looking for someone who is very confident in who they are, who can put me in my place every now and again. I'm looking for someone who doesn't mind being challenged because that is something that I do, and some men aren't up for that. But I'm a challenger. I'm gonna make you think. I'm gonna have good conversations with you, and I'm also just gonna chill with you. So that's it.
Keys to a successful marriage. You got one?
Honest communication. Don't just communicate, you have to be honest about what you're saying.
And letting the other person be themselves.
Something that nags me about my wife, we all have things that nag us. Something that nags me about my wife, she has tissue everywhere in the house. She has a nasal issue, tissue everywhere in the house, on the counter, when she cooking food, next to the bed. It's pretty ridiculous. Am I lying? Am I lying?
It's not in the kitchen where I'm cooking food. It's not in the kitchen where I'm cooking food. Now it might be by the bed, yes. Tissue be everywhere, yes.
Something you looked at nagged you about me?
When we first got together, this man would leave, you know, like when you finish eating, he'll put whole plates, pots. I tell him to put the food away. You open the refrigerator, there's a whole pot in there. Like, I don't understand that. Like,
It's a logic.
what is that? And if I don't make up the bed, he would just take the sheets or cover and just wrap himself up in it and just get in the bed. Like, why you didn't put the sheets on? Why you didn't make up the bed? Like, stuff like that aggravates me.
It's love. It's love.
That's it. Small things.
Oh man, so my name is Joanna.
No, it's not.
I am 28 years old. I am a simple person. I don't really expect too much from people except just be loyal, be real, be honest. Whatever we can come to an understanding about in the beginning, let's do that so we don't have to it'll save heartaches in the end. I am a stubborn person. I'm very set in my ways. I'm very big on communication, so if you're not good on communication, then you're X'd out. And I do have an attitude problem. Obviously, that's the Spanish side of me, so I don't know. That's really about it. That's all I got.
And we're out of it.
My name is Remus. I'm 29. My qualities, I'm a nice, caring guy. I always put people before me. My daughter comes before anybody in this earth, period. If you're not receptive to kids, don't even bother. My flaws, I'm too nonchalant to a fault. I think I need to communicate better. And sometimes you can be too nice. And that's it.
I didn't do much on
Hey.
My name is Creek123. I'm not even supposed to be on this site because I am married. But a little bit about me. I'm a U.S. Army veteran. You know, that means I'm low-key hoe. Traveled a lot of places, seen a lot of places. I want to take a new girl with me. No, my wife will not go. I'm into, you know, the simple things. Short walks. I can't do the long ones. I'm fat. I like to chill mostly. I don't play video games and stuff like that. I grew out of that like 2 years ago, something like that. Mostly because like the wedding was like hella expensive and I had to sell a bunch of shit. So, you know, that was PS4 had to go. So I grew out of it immediately. If you like what you reading, hit me up and let's go from there. I'm looking for friends, by the way.
Hypothetical.
All right, my name is Michelle. I'm 25 years old. I am a dental student, so I am very education driven and looking for someone who is driven to succeed in life and work really hard. One of my flaws is that I get very angry when I'm hungry and try to work on that. And I just like to have a good time. I like to dance, I like to go to the beach, and I'm looking for someone to enjoy those things with.
So, all right, so you.
My name's Jaleesa. I'm 24. I'm from Florida. I'm looking for someone who is loyal. Well, no, first they have to be God-fearing. Then they need to be loyal, committed, have a lot of drive and ambition. I have a lot of drive. I have a lot of ambition. I want to be something and make a legacy for my name and myself. But a couple of my flaws, I definitely lack patience. I'm quick to spaz. Sometimes I get irritated at little things because I don't think if you can't take care of the small things, I definitely don't think you can take care of the big things. But besides that, I love to have fun and I love the beach.
My name is Tony. I'm whatever age you think I am. What I'm looking for is she got to be a little bit crazy. She got to be able to put her hands on me. I like to get beat every now and then. You gotta drink your water because I'm nasty, so I might want to like drink your piss one day. I want churn. I want a whole lot of churn, so you gotta be very fertile. You gotta be very fertile because my shoulders are shoot. I might spit on you and you'll be pregnant. So, any negatives about me? I snore very loud. I wake my own self up sometimes. And this is a true story. And sometimes I go a while. Sometimes I quit fucking. I don't nut. So you got to have endurance with that. You got to be able to take that. You got to be able to take all 6. Because I ain't got 12, but I give you 6 twice. That's it. I'll let me.
I'm on this site because I require love, and I haven't felt it in so long. So emotional when I talk about it. I want somebody who can understand me, and I really feel like I'm misunderstood because sometimes I like to take a walk in the park. Thank you so much. 1 second. Sorry, I had to get it out. I just want somebody who can take a walk in the park with me, and I like to watch Netflix, and sorry. I want a woman. I want a woman who can be there for me, who works a job. We don't have to eat out very much. I like food. It doesn't matter what we're eating, just as long as we're eating together. I like walking through the flowers when the blossoms bloom. It's such a beautiful time, and I want somebody who, I want to get one of those necklaces where it's like a half a heart. It's like, you can have a side, I can have a side, and we can come together and just put it together with each other. I'm laughing because I'm envisioning us walking down. Envisioning us just looking at Cherokee horses just racing on a beach, a white sand beach. Will you be mine? Will you be mine? DM me, please.
Well, you were.
You sound like Elvin on